Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And I gotta start with this from Smoke. Banks are ready to custody crypto now. As financial institutions continue to adapt to the changing regulatory landscape, banks are increasingly positioning themselves to custody cryptocurrency. With major banks already implementing advanced crypto custody solutions, they are far ahead of private crypto funds and crypto ETF adoption. I think some banks will even outsource their custody solution to Ripple. But that's what's so important about SAB 121. They expect that US banks will get what they want now, which is permission to custody digital assets. And look at the banks that are already involved with this. They want to push forward with trading and custody. I think the banks want to be able to open the door for new investors just getting into crypto. You know, we beat everybody to crypto. We got in very early. We beat the institutions here. But there's a lot of people outside of crypto still. Now, if the local bank put a sign out front that said, get invested in digital assets and earn money off of these digital assets, or get involved with crypto, we can show you how. I think it'll bring a lot of new crypto investors into this space. But it goes beyond that. They want to get involved with custody because then they could start to use crypto assets. Now think about the banks utilizing XRP for ODL, on-demand liquidity, and cross-border payments. Think about their customers that do wire transfers every single day. Think about the money that they're going to save. That's huge. And then you got to look beyond that and then start to look at how this will lead to merchants accepting crypto through POS systems, point of sale at the convenience store, the gas station, and so on. This opens up the door to mass adoption, but it's going to take time. But I think it's going to accelerate now, because we are going to see the banks getting involved with crypto once we get regulations. NASDAQ at the World Economic Forum. TradFi can only really be connected to DeFi when there will be clear regulations. That's the most important flip of the switch moment. And that's what they're waiting for. Everybody wants it to happen now. And that's why I think Trump is going to push this ahead in the coming days. Take a listen to Warren Davidson talking about digital assets and tax clarity.
As the committee reevaluates the tax code, it should also remove provisions that have had a very harmful effect on financial technology. In the infrastructure bill, the Biden administration put cryptocurrency taxes in there that clearly don't even understand how the technology works. The 1050I provision is particularly troubling, where you have to collect all kinds of personally identifiable information, file reports for transactions if you operate a node. It's so dysfunctional that the Biden Treasury Department had to issue a statement saying the plain language of the bill doesn't mean what the plain language of the bill says. And so I hope you guys correct it.
They didn't even have a clue on a lot of those taxes and that they wanted to impose on us. You know, remember when they wanted to do the unrealized capital gains? That would have been a massive travesty for the United States. And I expect a lot of these tax rules to disappear under Trump. We could even possibly see the entire IRS disappear now under Trump. And take a listen to French Hill about regulatory clarity.
We will bring legal clarity to digital assets, providing innovators with new tools to build decentralized financial products and services that can empower people to help one another and assure that America will remain a leader in this financial technology.
They are also rushing to get something in place because they know this is the future. If the U.S. doesn't do this now, they're only going to continue to be left behind. Trump wants to make the United States a massive crypto hub. How do you start that? You start getting things going very fast. That's why I said by the end of this month, I'm sure we're going to get a lot of announcements around crypto from the Trump administration. But the banks, they don't want to wait any longer. Ripple will not miss the window of opportunity to IPO in 2025. It seems like we're going to see a lot of IPOs this year. Late-stage growth companies that have been considering going public won't miss this window of opportunity. Established crypto firms such as Circle, Ripple, and Kraken have long been mentioned as potential IPO candidates. Coinbase went public in April of 2021, the height of the last bull market. If any of the trio were to go public, it would drive industry growth. And Ripple, I'm sure Brad's going to change his mind very quick. And if that happens, I'm expecting much higher prices for XRP in this run. In other words, I was thinking somewhere between $20 and $30. With the Ripple IPO, think more around $40 to $50 possibly. Then you got to look at the ETFs on top of that. Everything is lining up perfectly. David Schwartz said, XRP needs to be at a higher price. You know, I was just talking about this on X a few days ago, and somebody was trying to tell me that XRP can stay at the price it's at right now because the transaction time is only a matter of 5 seconds. But you got to look at it on a much bigger scale. Now, you're not just going to have one transaction happening in a matter of 5 seconds. You're going to have transaction upon transaction happening. You know, XRP is built to serve every single person on the planet. Now we're starting to talk about AI agents making transactions on your behalf. We're starting to talk about micropayments a lot more now as well. When David talked about a high-priced XRP, it made sense then, and it still makes sense today. XRP cannot move all of this money and still be sitting at $3. It has to be sitting around $1,000. That would make even more sense. But this is why people always talked about a $10,000 XRP. Because when you're moving trillions of dollars on a daily basis, the price has to be very high. And it's not just XRP. At the current published values for XRP, XLM, and XDC, tokenization of the financial world does not work. Each token needs to be valued in their thousands for the financial ecosystem to function efficiently. Think real estate, asset-backed tokens like gold-backed currencies, RLUSD, the digital dollar. You got to move that around the world. Then you got to start looking at, you know, even beyond the derivatives market. There's so much going on that is going to be moving around the world on a daily basis. For XLM, again, tokenized assets, CBDC. Then you look at XDC, tokenized assets. The digital trade alone, that market is in the trillions of dollars. There's no way any of these cryptocurrencies can be sitting at the prices they're sitting at right now. You know, even $1,000 does not make sense because every year value continues to rise and more transactions have to be made. So when people talk about market cap in previous cycles, I don't even listen to it anymore because utility is what's going to set the price of these assets, these cryptocurrencies. It's going to be utility. It's going to be adoption. And then you got to start to look as new investors start coming into this space, institutional investors, and they're locking away these cryptocurrencies and liquidity pools. Then you start to talk about demand and scarcity as well. Things are going to turn around very quick. And when it happens, a lot of people are going to get left behind because they're listening to other retail investors telling them, you got to look at the market cap. You got to look at the previous cycles. XRP in this run is only going to go so high because of this previous run. It's all nonsense. The world is pushing into the digital age. Crypto is going to play a massive role in the digital age. The fourth industrial revolution is happening right now. Samsung considers moving production to US in response to tariffs. And I've seen other companies saying the same thing. People thought Trump was just joking or something. Oh, this is never going to work. Well, these companies are taking those tariffs very serious right now. We are going to see things made in America again. And it's going to boom our economy at the same time. And I had to wait for Eleanor Tourette to confirm this. New Delaware filing, Bitwise Dogecoin ETF. Fox Business has confirmed Bitwise Invest Delaware registration, wow, it's been a long day, is real and is the first step towards applying for a Doge spot ETF. I can't even believe meme coins are part of ETFs now. And I want to look at this as a distraction. You know, we're holding the disruption when we're holding XRP. The new financial system is absolutely coming. Do I think Doge will still be with us? Absolutely. I think Flare is going to bring utility to Doge. It's the same reason I think Bitcoin is still going to be with us once we have the new financial system. And again, Flare is bringing utility to Bitcoin. But I think Bitcoin is going to end up being tokenized on the XRP ledger and other networks. But to see this happening right now, it somehow just looks like a distraction to me. I'm thinking this is happening to distract people from XRP and these utility-driven cryptocurrencies. And I meant to talk about this the other day. Coinbase CEO Armstrong says the exchange would delist Tether if required by law, as U.S. legislation may mandate full reserves in U.S. Treasury bonds. According to the Wall Street Journal, Tether is under investigation by the Justice and Treasury Departments for lacking fully audited financials. Tether does not have a future in the United States, in my opinion. I think it's going to get regulated out. I think it's going to get regulated out in every other country as well. It's just a matter of time. And once Tether goes down, it's going to take Bitcoin with it. It's going to take the entire market with it. But anything not propped up by Tether will bounce back very quick. But even when the CEO of Tether says that the US is not a good market for them, he's already telling you, we're never going to pass regulations in the United States. And people can spin this bullshit all they want, all day long. Tether's not going anywhere. It's only getting stronger. It's all bullshit. And I swear, some of these people get paid to keep Tether propped up. And I think it's because they don't want to panic on USDT. Because if people panic, all of a sudden, Tether will lose its peg again and possibly collapse out, taking Bitcoin with it. They got to keep the Bitcoin hype going. Nobody wants to face the facts in this space. But by not facing the facts now and pivoting away from Tether, pivoting away from Bitcoin, you're only going to end up going down with the ship when it happens. That's why I don't invest in Bitcoin. That's why I avoid USDT at all cost. Because this is something that's been going on for so long, and people continue to think it's just rumors. Well, Tether should have went down years ago. Tether should have probably went down years ago, but the Biden administration is what kept Tether going, in my opinion. Tether, in my opinion, picked up right where FTX left off. When FTX collapsed out, they turned to Tether for their money laundering operation. I don't think that ever ended. I would love to see the Trump administration do a full audit on all the money that went to Ukraine. I guarantee you they will be surprised at the amount of money laundering that was happening behind the scenes. But you know, that's why I'm an XRP investor and a utility maxi. I love XRP, but you know what? I also love XLM, HBAR, QNT, XDC. I'm a huge fan of ADA once again, because Charles, that guy rolls like a boss. I mean, I'm going to share a clip with you in a video tomorrow where he was calling out people that were on the Epstein list. That is all I need to know about Charles. If you're going to call out those people, you're all right in my book. But you know, I love all these cryptocurrencies, but I'm a utility maxi at heart. I only invest inside of ISO because I know this is the future. But until it all happens, you gotta stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm gonna wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I know I made a lot of mistakes in this video. It's been a long day, and I just wanted to get it done as quick as I could. But I also wanted to bring you solid information as well. With that said, I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.